You've probably been there. You're sitting on the couch, maybe you just got home, maybe you have a guest over, and your dog walks right up and shoves his nose somewhere deeply personal. You pull back, you laugh it off, maybe you feel a little embarrassed. But here's what almost nobody tells you. That moment your dog just had with you wasn't awkward. It was one of the most intimate and revealing forms of communication in the entire animal kingdom. And once you understand what's really happening when your dog does this, you will never see that behavior the same way again. Most dog owners assume this is just a quirky, slightly embarrassing habit, something to redirect or laugh about. But animal behaviorists and canine researchers have studied this behavior in depth, and what they found completely reframes the entire interaction. Your dog is not being inappropriate. He is being extraordinarily precise. He is reading you in a way that no human being on this planet ever could. And the information he is gathering in those few seconds tells him more about your physical and emotional state than a blood test tells your doctor. So let's talk about what is actually happening. Because understanding this changes everything about how you see your dog's intelligence, his attachment to you, and the depth of the bond between you. The first thing you need to understand is that your dog's nose is not just more powerful than yours. It operates on an entirely different level of biological sophistication. While the human nose contains roughly 6 million olfactory receptors, your dog's nose contains up to 300 million. The part of his brain dedicated to analyzing scent is, proportionally, 40 times larger than yours. This means that when your dog approaches you and investigates the area around your groin, he is accessing a dense concentration of apocrine glands, specialized scent glands that release chemical signals called pheromones. These glands are found in high concentrations in the groin, the armpits, and behind the ears, and they release a continuous stream of biochemical data that your dog reads the way you would read a detailed report. That report contains information you never consciously chose to share. Your hormonal state, whether you are stressed or calm, whether your body chemistry has changed recently, whether you are experiencing a health shift that hasn't produced any visible symptoms yet, whether you have been in contact with another animal or another person. Your dog gathers all of this in a matter of seconds, and he processes it with a level of accuracy that modern medicine is only beginning to understand and replicate. There are now trained medical detection dogs who can identify certain cancers, detect blood sugar drops in diabetic patients, and predict seizures before they occur, all through scent. Your dog at home is working with the same biological hardware. He is just using it to know you. If you are finding this fascinating, and it is changing the way you think about your dog's behavior, this is exactly the kind of content this channel is built around. Subscribe right now, so you never miss a video that helps you understand what your dog is really communicating every single day. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. The behavior of sniffing the groin area is not indiscriminate. Your dog does not do this with everyone equally. Research in canine social behavior shows that dogs are far more likely to investigate strangers or people whose scent is unfamiliar or chemically unusual to them. When your dog has known you for years, he has built an internal scent profile of you that is as detailed and specific as a fingerprint. He knows your baseline. He knows what you smell like when you are rested, when you are anxious, when you are sick, and when something has shifted. When he comes back to investigate after time apart, or after something has changed in your environment, he is updating that profile. He is checking in. He is making sure the person in front of him is still the same person he trusts completely. This is why dogs often intensify this behavior after you have been away for several hours, after you have exercised, after you have been in physical contact with someone else, or when you are going through a hormonal change. Women going through pregnancy or menstrual cycles frequently report that their dogs become more investigative and attentive during those times. This is not coincidence. The hormonal shifts that occur during these periods produce measurable changes in body chemistry, and your dog detects those changes with a clarity that is almost clinical. He is not invading your privacy. He is monitoring your well-being with the most advanced biological sensor he possesses. There is also a deeply social layer to this behavior that connects back to your dog's evolutionary history. In canine social groups, scent investigation is one of the primary ways dogs establish identity, status, and familiarity. When dogs greet each other, they go directly to the areas of concentrated scent production. It is not random. It is structured, intentional communication. When your dog extends this same behavior to you, he is treating you as a member of his social world. He is applying the same greeting protocol he would use with another dog he trusts. In his framework, this is not awkward. It is respectful. It is thorough. It is the most honest way he knows to say, "I see you, I know you, and I want to make sure you are okay." Understanding this shifts the entire dynamic of the moment. Instead of seeing it as something to be embarrassed about or immediately corrected, you begin to see it for what it is, an act of connection rooted in thousands of years of social evolution. That does not mean you need to allow it in every context, especially in social situations, with guests who are understandably caught off guard. But the way you redirect it matters. Pushing your dog away sharply or reacting with strong negative emotion does not teach him that the behavior is contextually inappropriate. It teaches him that this form of communication, which is completely natural and socially normal in his world, produces unpredictable negative responses from you. Over time, that lesson can create confusion and a subtle erosion of the openness he brings to your relationship. The more effective approach is a calm, matter-of-fact redirect. Offer an alternative behavior. Ask him to sit. Offer your hand for him to sniff instead, and then acknowledge him. This preserves the communicative intent of the interaction while guiding it into a form that works in the social context you are in. You are not shutting down the conversation. You are changing the channel. There is one more layer to this that most people never consider, and it might be the most profound part of everything covered in this video. Your dog's ability to read you through scent is so precise that many researchers now believe dogs can detect emotional states before they become fully conscious experiences for their owners. Studies have shown that dogs respond to the scent of fear and anxiety with measurable behavioral changes, orienting toward the person, reducing their own activity, and positioning themselves physically closer. But they also respond to more subtle emotional shifts, the early biochemical signatures of sadness, the physiological changes that accompany loneliness or grief, even the quiet hormonal fluctuations that precede a mood change. Your dog may know you are about to have a hard day before you do. And when he comes to check on you, pressing his nose close and reading the full chemical story of where you are right now, he is not being intrusive. He is being present in the deepest way he knows how. That is the thing about dogs that keeps revealing itself the more you study them. Every behavior that looks strange or inconvenient on the surface turns out, under examination, to be an expression of something profoundly oriented toward connection, toward you. The sniffing, the following, the watching, the way he repositions himself whenever your emotional state shifts, none of it is random. All of it is relational. All of it is his version of paying attention. So the next time your dog does this, before the reflex of embarrassment kicks in, take just 1 second to recognize what is actually happening. There is a living being next to you who has built an internal portrait of you more detailed than you have of yourself, who monitors your health, your mood, and your safety through a sense you cannot fully imagine, who greets you with the same thoroughness and sincerity every single time because to him, knowing that you are okay is genuinely important. That is not an awkward habit. That is loyalty expressed through the only language he has ever had. Now I want to hear from you. Has your dog ever done this at a moment that, looking back, lines up with something significant that was happening with your health or your emotional state? Comment below with your dog's name and what you remember about that moment. And if this video changed the way you see something your dog does every day, share it with someone who loves their dog and needs to understand them better. The next video will go even deeper into the behaviors your dog shows, specifically when he is worried about you, and some of them are so subtle that most owners walk right past them every single day.